If you can hear me, you need to run!
Bro, forget her! We need to go!
Stranger Things 5 is not how you end your series. Now, the reason I am saying this is because when Season 5 released, we were expecting an amazing story that continues after Season 4. But what we got was, it feels incomplete and just did not satisfy the fans because we waited like 4 years for this finale. 4 years. That is a long time. And they gave them so much time to cook up a fantastic and amazing story. Now, it's not all bad. Stranger Things to me is a very important franchise because I fell in love with the show when Season 2 started airing around. I loved it and I grew up with it. And just when the show was ending, I was pretty devastated, but I was excited because with everything they set up in Season 4, it just sounded amazing. But the way it turned out just bummed me and millions of fans out. And it's hard to explain the reasons because, one, the overall impact from the events of Season 4, just it doesn't feel like Season 4 really happened. It just kind of time jumps. Now, I feel like the overall time jump did kind of ruin the flow of Season 4 to 5 being a year. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it just ruins the flow. Because Season 4 was setting up, the Upside Down coming to our world, which would have been a fantastic idea for the grand finale, but that doesn't happen. They just gloss over it. They put metal things around the gate to close it off, which is, to me, is just super lazy, dude. Like, come on. Now, another thing I just want to get into is you don't need character deaths to make the show impactful, but we have too much characters. Like, we had too much, and the story it was hard to tell a compelling story when you have so much people that you need to focus and give their moment to. Now, I didn't really care they killed off someone, even though they kind of hinted at it in the trailers. That's not the problem. It's just the balance of characters. We have too much, and then we introduce new people. I love Derek.
Mom can suck a fat one.
I love Derek, but he does kind of take some screen time, and especially Holly. Why are we adding her in the grand finale? Like, come on, dude. Now, another kind of big thing I want to talk about is just the story. In my opinion, it just feels messy. Like, I do like how the season started. It had a strong... Volume 1 was such a good start with Will getting his powers, the Demogorgon attacking the Wheelers. That felt very Stranger Things-esque. I loved that so much. But it fell flat in Volume 2, and I would say half of the finale. I'll go over the good part, but now we'll just talk about the negatives. But overall, it was just... They disappointed with Volume 2. Volume 2 was a whole lot of nothing. If you ask me right now, or some people as well, I don't remember what happened. The only standout moment there was the Steve and Dustin. That was so heartfelt and really good for the characters. I love that so much. But then you get other stuff like, the overall Will coming out scene. Like, okay, I don't mind Will just doing that, but like it kind of dragged on too much. And they could have executed it much better, but they didn't, which sucks. But that's a huge moment, and they just couldn't do that justice either. Them also bringing Eleven's sister back was just kind of weird. Now, I get we need a major character's death in this season, but why did it have to be Eleven's sister? Like, no one cares, and when they brought her back, she felt nothing. They didn't justify her. They didn't give her that moment for her to win the audience over. She just shows up, dies, and that's it. Now, another thing that is the main controversial thing is how fast Vecna goes. How are you going to set up Vecna and the Mind Flayer just for them to be defeated like within 10 minutes? It is beyond crazy. Like, dude, the Mind Flayer had such an awesome design, and then he's just gone because they stab his legs and all that, and then Eleven's fighting Vecna and all that, and she damages him. But dude, like, oh my god, dude, like, imagine how badass it would be for Vecna to invade our world fully and take control with the Mind Flayer there. It would be just so good. There was potential here. Now, another thing I want to get into is every season has a bad military type shit. Like, season 1, we had Papa and all them. Season 2, I think it was also... I don't remember Season 2 in the military's plot in there. Season 3, was the Russians and all, like the Mind Flayer, and then season 4 we're back to the U.S. military. Now here, I feel like they could have done something unique and different. From me, I feel like they could, since the U.S. military now knows the Upside Down is real and all that, they could have had 11 and all them team up with the military. Like, just imagine this. You have everyone in the Upside Down, the 11, the military backing her up. Then you have, Vecna, the Mind Flayer, all the Demogorgons. That would have been such a cool fight. Because the Demogorgons aren't even in the finale. Your main creature is not in the finale. Just says a lot, dude. Like, And that is why this is not how you end your show. When you were setting up so much just to, like, scram over and leave so much unanswered, like, in my opinion, when you are setting up a finale, you gotta answer most of the questions. Now, if you want to leave some out in the world, that's okay. But don't leave big ones, like if 11 is still alive. Like, dude, that's not satisfying. That's really not. Or what happened to the military after, like, the 11 was presumed dead? They just kind of left. They didn't punish the kids or Hopper because they killed a lot of their people. But again, none of this is answered. And it's just like, dude, this is not how you do a finale at all. I do want to go over the good things this finale did, which is kind of little. But one thing I will say about this season is I love the Demogorgons' whole action scene with them attacking the military. That was really cool. Now, I wish we had more of the Demogorgons because they only show up for like that one episode where they're attacking the Wheelers, and then they show back up on the whole scene, and then they're just gone. Now, another thing I also kind of want to dive into is just how the show kind of ends. Now, I was kind of talking crap about it, but there's like a epilogue in the end. When the kids graduating, that was such a beautiful and just amazing moment. I almost shed a tear. My cousin was crying because that's how good it was. I love that and how the kids playing D&D in the end and Mike shutting the door was just fantastic. I wish we got more of those heartfelt moments in the overall whole season. But that is going to be it for me today, folks. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoy our little skit we have been doing lately for our videos. It means so much to me and, my family and all them behind it. I want to thank you guys so much, and that'll be it for me today. Peace.